just got three things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 603 Mini Cup Racing Podcast. I'm your host, Peter Raby, and tonight we have...
Me, Sean, 78 Mini Cup.
Jason Faulkner, 51 Mini Cup.
Jacob Raby, the 54 Mini Cup.
Awesome. How is everybody doing, guys?
Great.
Tired.
This is great.
Oh, wow. Stop crying in there. Is
Well-
that a Bud Light,
Where-
Jacob?
No, it's a Pepsi.
Oh,
well,
I was like, what are
we
you
got
doing
Bud Light
in
if you
there?
want one.
No. No, we picked up drinking on vacation again.
Yeah, you don't want to
Not
do that.
fun.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
You guys drove down?
Yeah.
Oof.
Me and my son, he was in his car, we were in ours. So it was
Oh.
fun. It was like racing. The whole way.
That's why you guys get there in 15 hours.
Right, the whole way. There was some areas on 95 we were like 105. It was
Jeez.
awesome.
You guys should have drove the Mini Cup there.
Yeah. I had a minivan. Not
Same.
About the
quite
same
the
size.
same.
I know JP Francisco drives like
A Honda Fit.
a Honda Fit. It's basically the same size.
Yeah.
The wheels are the
I
same
love
a
the
size.
Honda
hash.
Fits, and
You
they
know what I
have
realized? The
decent
scale
motors.
size of our cars, if you get a small enough car, it's actually a half scale.
Right.
It's pretty much a half scale
Right.
car. Like
It-
Mike, the Chevy Cruiser we got out there, right? It's a half scale of that car.
Oh,
It's the
Jesus.
same
So,
thing. It's the same
Yeah,
size.
for DeFrancisco, it's probably like a half scale car to
Yeah.
the Fit.
Yeah.
He should go good.
Right?
Used to it.
Absolutely. So,
I was just
our next race is Monadnock Speedway next weekend.
the newly paved.
Yeah.
You guys ran there last year on the new pavement.
Yeah, it was fast.
That was fast.
Yeah.
It was probably tight. Guys probably had to loosen their cars up a little more than
Yeah.
normal.
No, this year should be a little bit different. Now the track's kind of broken in now.
Right. I
But
feel
then-
like the next few years you go to it, that track's going to be constantly changing,
Oh, yeah,
which is a good thing. I mean, it makes
Right.
drivers and, crew chiefs
exactly.
really, good.
And not only that, another track that's getting repaved is Riverside Speedway. So that's going to be another track that's going to be, a lot of learning and a lot of setup.
Yeah, a lot of differences.
Well-
You're not going to be able to take your notes from the
Right.
2 years prior.
Right.
So
I mean, I'm not going to miss that friggin' bump coming out of 4.
I actually generally miss, I know repaving is a must eventually, right?
I'm going to miss
I
the
mean,
characteristics of
but
that track.
yeah,
It's going to be
exactly.
so weird going out
just
there.
things
Yeah.
are different. Riverside was one of the tracks that I felt most comfortable at.
Yep.
I think they do a good job. So
Do you feel comfortable at that track, Sean, after hitting
I
the
do.
wall at like 90 miles an hour?
I do. I feel that I had a good grip on it. I feel that we had a good setup
What
for it.
I mean, you guys ever figure out what happened? with
Yeah,
that?
that was
We
both
just
of my
hooked.
cars.
We
Ooh.
just hooked. I mean, it was a
I mean,
racing
put you
incident.
out for a year.
Yeah, I mean, some of that's my own doing. We could have been ready probably the next week if we just wanted to bang things out with a hammer and,
Right.
go back. But I've become a little bit of particular with setup because, for one, I don't want to go out and race for last place. It's not
Right.
fun.
Mm.
I don't
Right.
care who you are. It's not fun.
I mean, I
No,
blew
so-
up.
Right.
crying
It's just
out
not
loud,
fun.
I
You
mean-
know what I mean? It's to go race for last. So a lot of that's my own doing. And even still, I mean, the car is completely put back together, and my whole Saturday is going to be spent taking it apart and putting it back together.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Nut and bolt. And
And that was the end of the
Just
season. Towards the end of the season.
it was
too.
the
like
last race of the season.
Yeah. So it was like, okay, we're done.
And I
anyway.
felt like I was the fastest that I had ever been there, too. So I'm looking forward to getting back. The car's going to be different, obviously, with all the changes and stuff. But we're looking forward to getting back into
Oh.
it and see what happens. A lot of you guys are a lot faster now than you
Yeah,
were
got static again.
2 years
I'm
ago.
working on it.
And we'll just see how we stack up against these guys that are faster and maybe learned a lot more than me taking a year off.
Yeah.
These guys that were a little behind have now learned, just like I did.
We all learned.
Right. That's better.
Yeah, but the mics aren't on. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, everyone's learning, and
They're still learning.
and everyone we race with is smart, so they're gonna catch on.
Right.
So taking a year off definitely didn't help our chances of winning.
Hey,
But I still feel comfortable. I still feel comfortable. I still think we'll be a top 3 car, week in, week out.
Well, how can you be top 3 if I'm top 3?
Well, that's just
So,
it. I've never started
you and
a
I
race.
are going to go at it again.
Right.
I'm
I've
telling
never
you.
started a race that I didn't think I could win.
I mean, if I'm behind you, I'll help you along.
I
Well,
surely
last
won't
lap.
help you along.
No, I know you won't help because you never do.
No.
Just like I ever said,
I'm
you
a-
just slam me coming out of the floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want by the way.
I'm all for me at the
Yeah,
in the
you're a
track.
dick, you're a
in the
dick.
pits, I'll help anyone get you on the track. But once we're on the track, that
Right.
is.
it's everybody
Oh
for
yeah,
himself.
but hey, no, but you didn't.
I
let
ain't
me
coming out
finish.
to lose.
Well, no, you didn't let me finish. I said I'll help you along, but if I'm
Right.
gonna see you later.
Right? Yeah.
See you the hell later. I mean, and I'll still hold you up too. 'Cause I
Yep.
don't forget.
Yeah,
all,
no.
all of us drivers do not forget.
No.
So I'll hold you up. I'll pin you up there if I have to. But
I don't know who's out there, but I don't have my phone streaming me. See who's out there saying hi or anything. But
Nobody.
No one yet.
why?
Yeah.
Come on, people. Am I just talking to myself?
yeah, we're just over here talking to ourselves.
Where's Chris? He's usually on.
I
I wish
know,
I could
right?
talk with
So-
him. There
Sean.
is 6 people on, but I
Or
don't,
Sean.
can't tell who.
Yeah, but it's being recorded. You know, they're just not typing.
Right, it
Anyhow,
could be that.
I have something. I'm gonna be doing my car once we get to the track. The first practice. From the first practice, probably turn it
Speaking
on.
of them,
Maybe quarter or 5. I'll turn it.
Hey, Chris.
There he is.
Quarter of 5. I'm turning my webcam on, and there's gonna be the webcam in the car. Is gonna be a live streaming in the car. There'd be a lot of downtime on it, but you'll catch other races in the in car and stuff like that. Me yelling and screaming at people and whatever.
Pit gates open at 2:30. I believe 2:30.
I haven't looked.
Rachel, I think gates open at 2:30. So
You'll see
Just go.
Jay's webcam.
It's not a webcam. It's just
GoPro,
streaming on
whatever.
Facebook.
Right.
It's streaming on Facebook.
Whatever he has, you'll see
Just
all
my
the cars
phone.
because that's, when you're in last, that's what happens.
Yeah. You'll see me yelling and screaming. So
Yeah,
no,
whatever.
I won't.
Honestly, I always say that radios. No one wants to hear what I have to say when I'm
No,
in that car.
you're not gonna be able to hear it anyway.
Right,
You're
yeah,
gonna
you
hear
won't
this
hear-
wind,
right.
and you're gonna
But
hear.
I mean, you
Well, you
never
guys
want to
will
hear
motor.
what a driver says, right? I mean,
yeah. Well, you guys will hear me, but you won't hear. I won't
But
be able to hear
yeah,
you.
but
Right.
I'll be. I was saying when comments is comments like in the
Yeah.
live on Facebook on my page. I'll once I get off the track, I'll read what you guys are saying and.
he won't. He's going to be busy making adjustments.
Probably, yeah. I'll probably be making adjustments.
So don't be mad at him.
Shut up, Sean.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
again,
how many years?
Monadnock,
You know what I just thought about the other day?
A lot of
it's going to
adjustments.
take a lot of. I plan
what
on
You're-
making adjustments the whole time because the new
Right.
pavement.
Yeah. You know what I thought of the other day? I don't know what. I says, these what people want to call these cars and make fun of them and stuff.
Yeah.
I says, you know what?
Come drive 'em.
Come drive them. You can drive any car in the world.
Yeah.
But come drive these because you're gonna be tunnel vision by the end.
Right.
Anyhow, I was thinking, how long have we known each other? You and me. 5 years now.
Has it been 5?
Yeah.
I remember the first time we met. You were at the track, and I used to beat Peter to the track. In case you guys are wondering.
Yeah.
We camped out of the truck. all the
Yeah,
time.
we always camped out.
You had
but
the kids when they were smaller running
yeah.
around. That was great.
yeah,
I miss those days, man.
yeah, the kids are getting big. I think I'm gonna have a go-kart driver on
Chris
my
Kinsey
hands.
said you're gonna give up third to to Martin this year.
Well, I give up third to you 1 year, ass.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't have to give up any positions.
Well,
Who
well,
knows?
Chris,
I'm not. I mean, I
When that motor
talk a
was
big
blowing
game.
up out of turn 4, and I just know it's gonna
Right.
grenade. I'm like, yep, I just gave this to Chris. I was so pissed just because I'm like, but it's only third. If you guys really want the trophy a $10 trophy that bad, I can go make you
I wish
one.
it were $10.
Right. I know. We always say that, but
But that trophy right there, the Hudson one, I mean, he puts a lot of money. Those are a lot.
Even
A
those
lot of
ones over
money.
there, quite a bit. Believe it or not.
Oh, you got a whole
yeah,
freaking
trophies are
closet full.
expensive.
Yeah, but still, it
But
still costs
They're-
money to
yeah,
build them.
yeah.
Where back to your point of guys, I would love for guys that just make fun of these cars, like to come sit in one.
A lot of people are claustrophobic. Yeah. So that definitely separates the men.
You
Right
need
there.
to switch a series of 459 motors. No, your sister said hi.
Yeah. I don't know that switching them to the 459s is.
No.
You know what I mean?
There's
I
no-
was gonna test with one, but if we're gonna switch a motor, we might as well go to the GX390.
Mm.
I mean, if we're
Yeah.
gonna gain speed, we might as well just
Yeah.
gain
Yeah,
speed
7
that
of 'em.
way.
Yeah.
But I think they're fine. And
The thing is
These
I was
cars.
trying to find a motor that didn't have a markup of aftermarket stuff.
right,
459
you
does
can't.
not. Well, you can make anything work.
Right.
However, the 390s is just they've been tried and true so many friggin' times,
Right.
and I'm
You
like,
just get a. I mean,
the 420s are just garbage. They're Monday through Friday engines, and they're garbage.
Right.
But
But
if it
they're
wants
cheap.
Right.
Right.
and that's.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't want to spend money to go racing right now.
Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of these cars are coming back.
Yeah.
Because I mean, yes, you can spend $5,000 to buy a, top 3 car in our series. That's what a top 3 car in our series I feel like
Yeah.
would run $5,000 or so.
Mhm.
But I've been watching like a lot of cars and people when they build them. I mean, well, I for one know what it takes to build.
Oh, yeah.
You can have $7-8 into building even if you just have a chassis. I mean, spindles and
Just Heim joints alone are what?
yeah.
15, $20 a piece.
Well, we just Heim joined the whole front end of the car, and
I
it was
just did my
like
car,
$300
I just did my car. and I was
between
like,
Heims and
shit.
Well, you've seen the cars that I got.
right.
I mean, I had new Heim joints, but
Yeah.
I'm like, how much did I pay for these friggin'
Yeah, well,
5
that's
years
it.
ago?
just
They're
so
expensive.
I mean, racing costs money.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you
no
get
matter
into
what the racing
if
is.
you get into racing, and you think you ain't gonna spend money, don't get into racing.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
it's
we
just
could
cost.
go into
This is
something-
the cheapest.
we could go into
form of it.
something. I mean,
But-
yeah.
So I also want to put out a reminder out there that on July 27th, the Hudson Speedway, we will be doing a gender reveal.
Oh, that's
Um,
right.
On you? Do you even know what you are?
And that day is my dad's memorial race where it's going to be, I haven't decided if we're going to do top 3 payout or if the winner takes all yet. But it's a $1,000 purse.
Where?
Hudson.
Hudson.
So it'll be the $1,000 purse.
Hudson don't like me.
And we'll see what we're going to do. We haven't decided if we're going to do just the winner takes all or if we're going to do a top 3 payout. But if any sponsors out there want to add money to the pot, you get a hold of me. It's going to be a pretty big day.
Yeah, and hopefully I can win. And if I do win, they'll be lucky fans, because I don't want the money. I'd rather give it back to the fans.
My wife is the one putting the money up.
Yeah.
so.
I'd rather give it back to fans to get into the track. Maybe we'll do something after the race if we win it, but it's a tall tale that I'm thinking I'm going to win, but
Yeah.
we'll
Well,
give it a whirl.
I'm going to see if we can also set up a day that when we're going to be racing there next, we can have a back to school night because we're going to donate 100 backpacks again that are going to be ready to go for kids to whatever kids go to the racetrack that day, they'll get a free backpack.
Nice.
We
We
did that
definitely-
last year.
Now, that race, can I race that? Or because I'm the vice president?
What, the money race?
Yeah.
You got to make the first. You got to do 5 races before that money race.
Chris Kingsley
that,
just said that.
So
No, he did not. I
Yes,
don't
he
see
just
it.
did.
you got to run. You got to run at least 5 races before you're eligible for the 5.
Oh,
for the
that
Thank you,
screams-
Chris.
That
Appreciate
screams,
it, Chris.
That screams
Yeah.
a little late up there, and that's the only one my blind butt can
But
see.
you know what?
Hey, there's Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean, I plan on doing from my dad
Yeah.
not gone.
Yeah, as long as we don't wreck.
So,
That's right.
And then
As long as
so
we don't
that
wreck.
that'll be 6 races before that one race. So
Well, the
you'll be
problem
fine.
If we
is-
wreck,
the problem is, if we wreck,
it's just I'll say it. I don't have the money to rebuild the car this year. Straight up.
No.
I mean, we've got other things going on.
you know what I'd rather do? I'd rather put you, if you do that, I will put my car and you can jump in it.
I mean,
because
but
I wanna
here's
see
the other
that- I
thing. We
wanna-
do have a lot of spare parts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, so I-
we
All of us-
may be able to get a car back, but I'm just saying that when it comes, if we wreck completely like we did at Riverside,
Yeah.
I don't
it
think
just
that's-
won't happen.
Don't hook.
Talking.
Don't hook
Don't
anything.
hook up with Jason.
Stay away from them.
What about rainouts for that event?
Oh, good
It-
call on rainouts.
If the rainout happens on an event,
We'll have to.
we'll have to reschedule that, but that will not affect the money race. If
Right. If the money race gets rained out,
We'll
we'll
reschedule it.
have to reschedule it with the track.
Yep.
I mean, I think they
Yeah, but you know what we got?
know what it means to
We got
us.
hosed. Didn't we get hosed last year on freaking a star race? Because
Well, a
it
lot of
rained
rain
out.
events tracks just aren't rescheduling. I actually just saw who posted.
Right.
I don't know which track just posted it, but they said if it rains this weekend, there will be no makeup.
No.
Wow.
I don't think there should be.
I
but
just think that
it's
makeup
it should just come
races
the
are
next
harder
day.
to get.
I don't know why
makeup,
it should come the next day.
right? Rain has hindered racing the last couple of years
Oh, it
by a
has.
lot.
It has.
I mean, we've got more rain than
Well, the reason why we didn't make Riverside is because it got flooded.
flooded. But
So,
you know
it
what I
was
mean. Like
rain,
rain
yeah.
definitely like has hindered the sport a lot. And now with town ordinances and
It's getting worse.
I
and
mean,
worse,
nobody
Yeah.
likes a racetrack. I don't know why.
Mm.
I mean, we love it, and the people we know love it, but
Mm.
a lot of people out there just don't like the racetracks, and they'd rather see housing developments in there for some reason.
Yeah, but you can't build on old racetracks because of all the oil and everything.
Well,
around.
let me tell you something.
You're right,
That's why
Chris.
Beach Ridges are freaking.
That's we ended up.
That's why
double-
Beach Ridges
double
is
features,
Amazon
yeah.
right now.
That's right. We did a double
Double
feature last
features.
year.
Yeah,
Instead of no heats, no practice.
I
we
wasn't
did
there.
double feature.
yeah.
That's right.
That might be an option for some of these.
And one of our sponsors actually just commented, "Come playing paintball. We don't stop because of the rain."
That's our new
Yeah, but we
sponsor.
can't.
You're gonna get all these fiery guys.
Can't go
Hey,
circles
Chris.
in paintball.
We
You're gonna
will-
get all these fiery guys, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, he took me out."
Chris.
Whoa, whoa.
My son and I
Kill each
will
other.
meet up with you and we will go out and play a game of paintball.
I'd
You
be
got us
down
on
for
that.
some
All
paintball.
right.
I'm down for anything though. We did
You
so.
fall. I mean, you might be able to pick you up and
Right,
we'll get
yeah.
going.
Chris, count us in. We got you.
I gotta put this out there. We went go karting down in Davenport, Florida. We did the F1 cars, and so it was me, my son, and my daughter. We raced multiple races, and my daughter laid down the fastest lap times, all of the races.
Wow.
But they weren't just fast. The last race, she was only 1/10 quicker than me, but
And what?
the first,
Go-kart?
yeah,
Jeez.
the first two, she was over a second faster than me and my son.
Wow.
Haley?
Yeah.
Hey, well,
She was legitimately.
I given
I
you-
was so like disgruntled too. So
Yeah.
the last race we did, they started me and her side by side. The guy that was running the track, well, obviously was paying attention, and so with them electric cars, you can get like zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, zone 5.
I know, yeah. Yep.
So like
we got it.
we were side by side the whole time, and the guy was loving it because we weren't like just slamming into each other. We were racing. We were side by side through like S corners, and you know how them tracks are. And we got off the track, and he was just like, "That was fun." He said, "You guys can do that again for free if you want."
That's
He
cool.
enjoyed it so
We
much.
didn't get
but
that at
she's
Apex.
fast.
Chris
No.
Kingsley, paintball gun out the driver's side won't only and shoot away.
Listen, I just try to wave to my fans. Most of these guys have window nets on their right side
No,
now.
I don't.
No, not
No, I don't
None
do
of
that.
no.
Yeah.
I know
You
it's
don't
not
need
mandatory, but
Well,
a lot
the
of the guys
reason
did put them in.
We got rid of that that rule because we were like, well, in event of an accident, you're not gonna be able to get. You're only gonna be able to see
Yeah.
in,
in.
through, right?
You're not gonna be able
Right,
to get in
catch-
just in case. You
Right.
Know,
No,
so,
I never put one in. I didn't.
no, I didn't. I don't
wasn't
like
a
them.
fan of it because I like to wave to the fans.
Right.
Yeah, you do a
Literally,
lot
I
of
do,
waving.
I
yeah,
do.
you do a lot of waving.
I do because that's what it's all about. to
Wait,
me.
no brakes. Remember
Yeah.
that one time?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
what-
god.
That's what I remember.
Zip
That
tie.
going
Yeah.
into one at Londonderry, no brakes. The red flag comes out. I just ride it up against the wall.
Why
and
was the red
Jenna-
flag out?
I don't remember.
Jacob Cook lost the rear tire, and then
Yeah, but no, it wasn't that
Oh,
one.
me,
It was
me.
before that. Might have been you.
I think it
But
was me.
What,
yeah, I
990
rode
car?
the wall.
Oh yeah.
And Jenna, Desmond there,
Yeah.
comes up and she's like, "Are you all right? What's going on?" I go, "Yeah, I just got no brakes."
That's funny.
That's funny.
A lot of good times. These cars,
They're fun.
But yeah,
and got a lot of good family members out of it, as far as I'm concerned. You know,
Jacob, Chris Ashley, let me know when you guys are gonna be playing around here. Maybe we can get the 603 crew down there and play. We'll I'll shoot my brother-in-law right in the nuts.
and also,
Or a cup.
what's his name? I can't think of his name. He bought the Rigids.
Pulse Sight?
Yeah. We need to get together and do some racing, indoor racing
Yeah.
too. I'm still down for that. If you're watching, reach out.
Absolutely.
Let's make this stuff happen and not just talk about it.
Yeah.
Run your car, not your mouth. Mhm.
Right? Yeah.
Going to K1 in Mass?
I'll go anywhere. I don't care. I'll travel anywhere. I drive back
Dude,
to Florida
they're
to do them.
everywhere now.
But they're
Yeah,
You
well.
don't even.
I know
You
they
can go to
just-
Wilmington,
you can
Mass.
go to Wilmington,
K-
right?
K1
Wilmington's
speed.
pretty close.
Yeah.
In Wilmington, is
They're
that the one
only-
we went to for the...
No, it's on the other side of no.
Oh,
No,
Wilmington.
Wilmington's
Wilmington
other
is
side
on
of
the other side of
Methuen.
Tewksbury.
Alright,
yeah,
so we went to
Tewksbury,
Apex
Methuen
to do a
area.
Christmas
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I've been to K1. It's actually.
You know, they
That's
just
fun.
opened up a
Pretty
new
cool.
one out in Rochester too.
Yeah, I
I
heard
go to
that.
Rochester and it's closer to go
It's
to
closer to go
Wilmington.
there. Probably for most people, it's supposed to
Yeah.
go closer to Wilmington. I'll go
Yeah.
anywhere.
I'll go anywhere there. I don't really care.
I think it would be
Awesome.
fun to get everyone together.
Chris,
You're just seeing
Kingsley.
that now?
it just popped up on my end.
The paintball gun in the driver's side window?
No, the other one.
No.
What other one?
Paintball
Oh, I didn't
stuff.
see it. Does Jay have a mini cup to
A mini
protect
cup
his
cup?
gold?
No, a mini cup cup.
Cup.
Oh God!
You know
I
what,
think
Chris?
I think he can go to Kids R Us and grab one.
You mean tots are us?
Yeah, Tots R Us. There you go. Oh, he's calling you.
Toddlers are us.
Yeah, put up against one.
But we're so Monadnock on the new pavement. Who won last year?
Buster.
Who-
Buster.
Buster won.
Buster won it last year.
Because Kendall ended up wrecking out.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So
I'll call
Buster
you
won
after.
Monadnock.
I'll call you after.
So
Bye.
that'll be interesting.
Chris
I
looks
don't know
like
if Buster's gonna show up.
Chris looks like a
Um,
friggin' almost like a gray Santa.
What? My
Getting
nephew?
old.
Kingsley.
My nephew.
Fall asleep. I'm
Oh,
down
you
for
don't
some
know who-
karting, Sean.
I've known-
Let's
I've known
make
Chris
plans
since
the
he and I
next
were
few
growing up.
weeks.
Yeah, well,
Is track racing.
don't talk about his
Paul's
friggin'
like-
mid. Don't talk about his midsection.
Jesus Christ. No, I'm down for some karting, Sean. Let's make a plan, but next few weeks is track racing.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep, that is.
You know you're gonna have all the hotheads out there, right? At
Yeah,
this
this
track.
will be the first time everyone gets together.
It'd be pretty
but
cool.
I mean,
Yeah, well,
I think we
drivers
generally
meeting before we
we
start.
generally race each
I am
other
not the
clean
same driver,
anyways.
man.
Yeah,
I'm
me
just a
either.
driver.
I just right, I'm not.
It's gonna be fun. I think.
I think that track. I haven't been on it on the new pavement.
I'm gonna watch
but
everybody wrecking
before
ahead
the
of me,
new
and I'm gonna go
pavement-
right by.
Before the
What's
new
going
pavement,
on, Chris Jones?
Wait for the big wreck.
it was one of the more fun tracks, I think.
Yeah.
You know, the 4-wheel drive. The first time
What's
out
up,
there,
Chris?
I
Well-
hit the big bump on the backstretch. Well, it really ain't a
Have
bump.
fun, Chris,
It's like
actually.
What track we talking about?
Monadnock before they paved it.
Oh
if
yeah.
you literally either had to go all the way to the wall, which at Monadnock, I don't know if it still does because I haven't been there, but you drive up the hill, and the track would flatten out.
This
Yes.
is banked.
Yeah, it's banked, but it flattens out at the top, right, Jacob?
Yes,
Going down the
yes.
backstretch.
Oh yes.
Yes.
So you'd either have to get above and get on the flat, or you'd have to pinch the car down and go low, or go over the bump. Well, the first time I chose to go over the bump,
Yeah, there's no bumps there now.
but I didn't realize that I was going to need tires after we went over the bump.
Chris Jones, make sure you come over
So-
this weekend. We get the car done.
Is it worse than Riverside?
Yeah, way
Coming
worse.
out of
way
four?
worse.
Well, it's
Way
not
worse.
like that now.
No,
So,
but way worse. Probably the biggest bump I've ever felt on a
so I
racetrack.
don't even know. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
even know how to
huge.
drive the damn friggin'
It's
track.
huge. There's
There's
two
two
lines.
different-
There's two
there's-
real lines, but you'll know it's fun. If you haven't been there, it's fun.
No,
if you're
it
getting
looks
a,
fun.
if you're getting a, if you get a good line, you'll know because going into 3, you almost drive down the hill and you hear your motor just rev way up, and you're like, whoa,
That's what I want.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
Apex, yeah, just kind of run that.
Yeah.
Just-
And then
okay.
going up the hill, like going into 1, I say it's up the hill, but it's not up the hill. It's weird.
No, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
weird because the corner's banked, but you don't want to really. It's just a weird line. I know Skeeter worked with me for like 100. My first 3 practices there, he's like, "You're not driving a good line. You're not." And I'm like, "Well, what do you want me to do?" And it took a long time. It took
Just arc the
probably
corners.
two practices to realize that I was driving a bad line into 1 and out of 2. So
It's hard to see yourself.
it's like right,
so
and that's why I
hard. I know what
recommend
you're
any of
saying,
these
yeah.
new guys that are out there driving
Just follow.
is
veterans
follow a veteran, or if you got someone that can videotape. I used to have April Carroll, you know Tony Carroll.
Yep.
April Carroll, when I first started racing, would video me in my 6-shooter, and she's like, "You got to watch this," because that's what she did for her son, and her son Dylan is a shoe. That kid can drive, and I mean, obviously Tony too. He was a driver, really good. But yeah, videotape yourself so you can see what you're doing wrong. Because
Right.
in the car,
Well-
you don't think you're doing anything wrong.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you this little thing. So last year at Claremont, you weren't there, so you didn't.
Right.
The first time I looked at this car, was that same day.
Right.
Okay. And changed a few little things on it,
That-
and the
that-
car. Yeah,
that's when
that's
I
the
owned
80.
it, right?
That's the no, that's the 88.
Yeah, that's one that I own that you.
It's the 88, but now it's the 21.
Right, and I'm like, this car's driving like shit. The friggin', I mean, you let go. You don't have that steering wheel. That thing wants to shoot into the wall. So I'm holding it there, and I'm like, all right, this is definitely
Right,
some
that's
shit wrong.
right. Yeah, no
There's
sense.
there was some bench shit. Like there was like what was that? No, it wasn't a Heim joint. It was a upper control arm adjuster to adjust the camber.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get that thing to turn. I says, you know what? Screw it. Take it out. Run it. Just run it the way where it wants to go, and that's what I did. And right to the front. I'm like, I've got to be doing something right here.
Yeah,
you got to
it's-
understand that race.
you
I
gotta-
spun out.
That car was quick.
Yeah, because I was pushing you the most of the way until the last race, and then when my tires started going away.
Well, no, I set it up for the cool weather because I looked at my phone and saw it was going to be 15 degrees out that night, and I was like, yep.
Yeah, it was cold.
Cold.
I was like, yep, I'm going to set it for the cold weather.
I'd need a heater in the car.
Oh, it was cold when we got out. I was shaking.
Yeah.
I drove the
Because
car.
you're sweating when you're driving it.
Right.
Even
well,
if it's 15 degrees.
Even if you put up, I got side windows if you want to put one in at night when it's 15
I'm
degrees.
going to try, I don't know.
I have two
we
of them.
built a side window. I
Here-
don't know how much it
here-
helps.
Hey, here at 603 Minute Cuts, we take care of the senior citizens.
Right.
Hey,
I don't know
I'm
that-
older than he is, so
I don't
Doesn't
know
matter.
that the windows really help that much.
You're
I've
gonna fog it
seen
up.
people say that
You're going to fog
they
your window
do,
up.
but I mean,
You can't feel the
on the
air.
bigger tracks they will, but I
yeah,
don't think on the
I
smaller
don't
tracks.
know.
But
they
But
Sean,
small tracks they
It's
won't.
going to
But-
screw
I
you.
know Lee
You
Speedway.
can't feel the air.
Yeah, Lee, they say it helps a
It
lot.
will help a lot. And I got two windows, so.
I can
but
make one.
they're-
It takes 2
Yeah,
seconds
they're
to make one.
simple.
Even if you want to make one, just take some plexiglass and stick it up into the window. I mean, you can do
We
it
did,
that
like-
way, or
That
I mean, I would want to do it where it doesn't restrict the air going around the car.
right, the Monster Energy car actually had a place for a window, like it had slide-in inserts.
Mhm.
So just
You can make
we
them.
just
It's
cut
so-
it. You know
yeah.
what I mean? That actually body, for as rough shape as it is in, is probably better than any body that I've seen, other than buying a brand new
Yeah.
one.
Well, yeah, you'll see.
I mean-
My car, I actually took the body and skewed the body, so
I
takes
did
that
like,
spoiler out of the air. Hopefully, it'll work. It should.
I always wanted to run no spoiler.
Actually, there's no spoiler in my car right now, and I'm like, I wonder what this thing would do. I mean, the air goes right over it anyway.
Yeah, it
If you look at
I mean, it
the
definitely- it
spoiler
definitely-
angles-
helps a lot.
The
I think it's
handling,
the
it helps.
downforce.
Definitely helps handling a lot with downforce and.
I think you go into the corner, you don't have a reverse spoiler. You're gonna
Well,
get
my
loops.
car, I found out my
Right.
car was 4.5 inches taller than it should be. So now that I put these those new shocks on, this car's gonna be glued down
We
to the track, and I don't give a damn what the ride height is. That car,
We
I
really-
know that car likes being low because if you look at when we took the
I just hope you finish in front of me with
when we took
bad ride height.
no when we took out listen when we took out the ride height that 1 year, that car was on rails.
An
Well,
inch and a half.
the lower
Inch
your
and a
car
half?
is, it just
No,
makes.
I know it's an inch and a
right.
half, but
Yeah.
I can probably get the car to 2 inches.
Yeah.
I mean, the body's gonna hit before anything.
Yeah.
So.
Isn't there a rule in the
So
body
I don't
ride height?
know.
No,
I
we
thought
don't have
there
it
was.
in there. No.
I thought it was 2 inches ride height for the
The thing is
frame rails, and then I thought your body only had to be an inch.
no.
But
No,
I guess,
you're gonna screw
I could
yourself
be
if the
wrong.
body's gonna slam down. You're gonna screw yourself.
well, it isn't theoretically.
Actually, it is.
I mean, I guess it depends how you have your car set up.
Right.
Like my body never hit the ground, and we were
My
an
body
inch
never
off
hit
the
either,
ground.
and that
we
thing's
were an inch
fucking-
off the ground.
Right.
I thought there was a rule, but I'm being told no.
I don't
I
know.
heard it was 2 inches, 2 inches. But then you could also put, I guess, what I would call
I can see it being an
What I
issue
could
if it's not
call-
even.
Oh my god, I can't think of
I
it.
guess I'm
right
gonna
now.
blow the motor for you, Chris says.
Oh, jeez.
So I went there to blow that motor right up. Well, there's some dynamite. I just gotta hit a button. The Martin
Alright.
button.
If he blows his motor in the practice, I have a brand new one in the trailer we can throw in this car.
Yep. Hope I blow it up.
We know we can change a motor really quick.
Yep. We did it start.
Dude, I felt so bad for not being able to help you.
We were literally
couldn't-
seconds from making it into that race.
Well, Sype, we've been saying all season ride height is 1.5 inches every part of the car.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I was saying.
Yep. That's right. All right. Inch
There's no
and a half.
body. It doesn't matter about the body. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what I was pretty sure is an inch and a half. I don't really pay attention to the rules because
I don't either.
honestly, I set it up
I just approved
the
them.
way it's been for the last 5 years, and
Yeah.
it's past tech
Mhm.
all 5 years.
Yeah.
So
If
that's
it doesn't
what
get
I
on
go
the scales, you have a problem.
Well,
Well,
rigids.
not
Scale
only
my car
time.
anyway.
Rigids
When
probably
rigids hit, I
have
gotta scale my
a
car
little
anyway
more.
because I don't even
I
know.
got skills. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready now.
Paul,
I
how
mean,
did you do at
I am
Claremont?
He won.
Nice.
It was him. It was him and him. The
Well,
five car didn't make the track.
just
It
don't
was
tell
there.
anyone that, Paul.
It was the five
You
car.
don't gotta tell anyone that there was only one of you.
Yeah,
for sure.
The five car was there, but he was having issues, so he
Right.
wasn't able to make the feature.
But I guess more than winning or losing, how did you feel in the car? Was my question.
Oh, I seen him get out of
you
the
know.
car
Was
and he
it-
was smiling.
Right, I was
Yeah.
gonna say as long as you
He
were
could
happy.
always call in.
Sean. We were in rigids many times.
I love rigids.
Hey,
Hey,
Paul,
I
Sykes,
do
you want me
too.
to call you?
I do too. I just think you can feel every bump. It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I
Hold
don't like
on.
him after the race. I like him during the race.
Yeah. Yeah.
After
Getting
the
out-
race, when I can't walk Monday
Yeah.
morning, I don't like him so much.
It's
But
just it takes every inch out of you.
and for a lot of these rookie drivers,
yeah.
I'd be interested in how you liked it your first time out.
Yeah.
It sounded like most of these guys liked it.
Yeah, the JT Francisco.
You did win.
Here's Paul.
Oh.
now.
Well, you didn't finish the race. That's tough.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Good, Peter. How are you? You got me on?
I
Oh, yeah.
do. You're on.
I heard John asking about how I did at Claremont.
Yeah.
So I came out well. I didn't do well. But it was super fun. Yeah. So I had a
That's what
great
matters.
time. My car is running good. We figured out the one thing that broke on it that day. Other than that, it ran real good that day. And Monadnock's going to be wicked fun and wicked fast.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. I'm just glad you had fun because that's honestly what
yeah,
matters.
it's all about fun. It's all about having a good time.
Because if
And
you're not having fun, you're gonna sell it.
Right.
Yeah, no, we had a great time. We had a great time, and we're anxious to get more cars on track. I don't know if we're gonna have all four of them at Monadnock, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have 3 on track. And
Awesome.
the fourth one could be there. It'll be a long thing if it's not at Monadnock.
You tell them boys they're not building show cars.
no,
Yeah, right. And they are looking pretty right now. My cars get better and better now. I got my Great American Federation logos on it, shit like that. It'll be looking better at Monadnock.
It looks good.
Working on the 5 car, but it's gonna be looking pretty rough.
Hey,
It'll be fine.
good-looking cars don't win races.
no, they don't.
Right.
Right.
I'm doing body work and,
And-
I'm doing a little bit of Bondo and I'm like, why am I doing this? It's gonna be effed up anyway next week.
Right, and just fun. I mean, get them on the track. Just let these guys put a lot of work into these cars.
That's all. We just gotta get them on track.
Yeah.
Get them on track.
They worked
This
hard
is-
on them, and
They look like.
Well, this is the real shakedown with the high banks.
Right. Yeah, we just built another rigid, so that'll be there at Monadnock as well.
This is kind of
Alright,
a
cool. Well, yeah, we're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to running against more rigid cars. Actually, seeing
say
how
it's an
my
inch and a
car
half.
goes.
Same, Chris.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's
That's what I was talking
um,
about, Chris.
It's the same
We
thing.
built the number 33,
Does
so
not matter.
my buddy Chris Jones will be driving that one.
Any lower,
Yeah,
you're gonna
it's
be
fun.
plowing.
Absolutely. But
It just
looking forward to
depends on your
seeing you at
setup.
Monadnock, Paul,
Again.
and you take
I'm
care, and
fine.
we'll see you then.
I'm not
we'll be out
worried.
there. You guys have a good one. Have a good night.
You as well.
too.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Chris, is the valence. I thought the valence could be at 1 inch. You could add a piece to bring it down to 1 inch.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Chris added a piece and went 2 inches, and he never got black plug. So
No, I
Or
think
he's
I
fine.
mean, you're right. You don't want your body too low.
Yeah.
but
But
when you got a stiff suspension,
if you got a stiff
what
suspension,
I'm
you want to
saying.
close up that.
Right.
that's what I'm doing. I got a wicked
You know, you
stiff
don't wanna
suspension.
be
I'm
an
running
inch and a
fours all
half.
the way around, pretty much.
I mean, I'm stiff too, but I don't run. I'm soft, but
My rear end's
It's hard to
soft.
explain.
I'm not gonna tell you what I'm running, but
I'll tell you. I've
Um,
got
My
a
sister?
I've got a 140.
shut up, Peter.
Jacob
That's
shut
getting
my
old.
Jacob shut my mic off because he doesn't want to hear my springs. But
No,
I
I
got a
can hear you.
144, a 188 across the back, and I've got a 225
Might wanna
and
go a
a
little stiffer in the rear.
325. Nope,
At least the left. You got a 225. What's
a
the right
220,
front?
a right front, a 325.
You got a 325, but you're gonna have to crank the hell out of that freaking left rear,
Mm,
or you're gonna be on
I
3
haven't.
wheels,
I haven't been.
which is
I've,
great.
I finished. Well, let's just say this, and since I've been in that car, that's what I've ran for a spring package, and I've
Yeah.
never not top three'd it.
Well, the problem what I've been having with my
right?
car.
I mean,
That thing's just like body roll central, and it just tightens me up.
well, I don't have
we're
body
getting
roll. That's the
we're
other
getting the
thing.
body roll out of the car so it doesn't tighten me up
Right.
coming out. However,
It's like a rigid.
every
Mine's like a
time
rigid.
I put, actually there was a 3 in the rear. It was a 3 across. It was a 3, 188 in the left rear, and some other another thing.
It just depends what works, your
forget.
driving styles and stuff.
I don't
But
think
I
about
give
the
up
past.
everything. I mean, you want my? No one's gonna run my spring rating. Every time I tell
No.
everyone that, they're
Yeah,
like,
like,
"Yeah,
wow.
right, that
But it
don't."
works.
They're like, "Yeah, right, that don't work."
But I mean, you got to understand something too.
but it's driving style.
It's all driving. It's like me going golfing and say, "Oh, this ball's softer than this ball," and
Right.
it's really not. It's personal preference. That's
Right.
what setups are. A personal preference. I can drive a car, and just point the car where it wants to go, where it's really. I mean, I might be out to lunch,
these-
but I can drive the car.
Right.
Right.
These cars, the looser you can get them, the better off.
The
Because they
faster.
tighten up.
Yeah.
I mean, these
Oh,
cars
as the
tighten
run-
up.
well,
It
once
doesn't
you
matter even
stagger-
if you don't hit the right setup.
Right.
If you don't got a good setup,
you
these
increase
cars tighten
stagger-
up in general.
Once your stagger increases on that right
Right.
side, it's going to tighten up.
They just
Naturally tighten up.
naturally tighten up. That's what they do.
Right.
So you try to start off as loose as you can, whatever that means for you.
Right.
Whether you adjust it with tire pressures or. We're not running air this year either. That's the next thing.
Right.
I'm all done with air.
Where the hell can I get nitrous?
Anywhere.
There's nowhere to get it.
You can get it at
Where?
Hooks it right at.
I'm out to just use scuba
gas.
air.
Right at air gas.
I'll just go to
But
get scuba air where
I'm not
from.
I'm just tired of messing with stagger.
No, it sucks. And then every time you increase stagger, decrease stagger, and all that other crap, hot, cold. I mean, it fucks up. It heats up the tires so much, where nitrogen doesn't heat up your tires at all.
Right.
However,
so we're gonna try. I mean,
however, if you're out there for 20 laps and your car's running like shit on the start,
you're stuck with it.
you're stuck with it. Yes.
Yeah, you're not.
Yes.
It's not gonna come to you.
That's
It's
the
not
only
gonna come to you
downfall.
at all.
Yeah.
But I run such weird stagger. Again, that's another thing I do a lot weirder than other guys. Like, if no one runs the stagger I run, I can guarantee that. Sometimes I'm almost straight up.
I'm the same way.
Which is people are like,
I'm the
you
same way.
can't, yeah. But we want to
Don't get rid
mess
of
around with
Don't.
like the panhard bar a little more.
Right, that's what I'm doing. I'm
This
trying to.
year.
I already
I
told you
don't
this
know
a
a
couple
lot
weeks
about
ago.
it.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. You always want the panhard bar not to be at a 3/4. So that's in the middle.
Right.
3/4 from the bottom.
Right.
Okay, which is in the middle. Okay, that's neutral. That's not.
I've just
You
seen
know, rear
like
steer or anything. That's
guys
just square.
run. I think that's
I
driver.
tried a couple things too.
I think that's
with that
driver
preference.
preference too, because I've
Well,
seen.
how much do you want to? How much do you want to?
Right.
How
I've
much do you want the car to turn in the corner? A and two. How much do you want to steer the car?
Well, in theory, the fastest the car is going to be is if you're neutral.
Right.
With no rear steer.
Right. That's what I use.
But most people can't get the car to handle with
I
no
did that
rear
at
steer.
Hudson too. I did that at Hudson. I put so much rear steer in it. It went sky high. Chris, that's out of the rule book now. He's talking about something that was in the rule book last year. It's no longer there. Or it should be gone. That's old.
Well, even if I still make them anyways.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's so weird. I didn't know that was in the rule book. But even
It
still,
is.
I
It's
still make that.
weird. But it wasn't those numbers. It was something else. It
But,
was
I
like
mean,
it was weird numbers. It
I mean,
wasn't
that
those.
just must be. A guideline. I don't know.
I think it's a baseline. That's
Where
what
the
I.
car
That's
goes
what
the
I think
best.
it was. Just kind of, it's a baseline for.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it
you
goes
guys
anywhere-
must have.
goes
It goes anywhere from
a
200 to 450. Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
So-
as a 100, 225.
I mean, these aren't mini stocks. We wouldn't want to put a 650 in the right front.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no.
So that's probably where
You might
the
as well make a
cars-
rigid out of it.
Right. Whoever came up with that spring rule must probably know that, okay, these cars are going to run the best right here.
Yeah.
They're going to be the safest right here
Right.
too, right?
Mhm.
With unloading of the
Well,
springs and stuff.
unloading and then rebound and all that
Right.
crap. I mean, you don't want to rebound where the thing's so damn stiff that's going like this in the
Right.
corner
Yeah,
and then it just shakes
yeah,
you
so
all over
that's
the.
probably
No,
my guess. Whoever made that rule was that.
Yeah, no one really. Yeah.
No, I agree, Chris. It doesn't matter. I'd keep
Doesn't-
them.
yeah.
No one's gonna change. No one's gonna be out of that realm, anyways.
Right.
Well, if they are, they're not getting teched. Right, because we only tech the top 5, and I can tell you the top 5 ain't running anywhere close to them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but if you check the top 5.
well, I
they-
said
they
if all the
don't
top
know.
5 loses,
At the feature, though,
right?
we might, like I said, we're gonna pop up some shit that says, okay, once you guys come in, this is who. I mean, it could be top 3, it could be top 5,
Right.
but we're gonna check certain things each race.
Right. Yeah. No, I know that. I'm just
to make
saying
sure
that.
everybody's up to par.
I'm just saying that if you're running a 140 in the left front and
We just care about
600 in the right front,
Right.
them guys aren't being teched ever, because they're gonna come in
Those are
last.
pro stocks, right? With Derek.
Yes, or super late model. He
Excellent.
runs both. He runs a pro stock and a super late model.
It's so hard. I mean,
They're both the same.
who?
I don't know. They're
That-
both the same.
Who?
I can't tell.
Who?
So
Who runs both?
Derek Griffith. So
Oh.
this next Sunday we will be racing at Monadnock Speedway, but also a race that anybody's not going to want to miss is at the Lee USA Speedway for the Granite State Gamble. $30,000 to win, $2,000 to start, 200 laps for the pro stocks. That's just one race you are not going to miss.
Yeah, these big money races bring in really good drivers,
we
really
will-
good competition.
I won't be anywhere near it.
I
I'll
will
be
try
playing
and
golf.
have I will try and have our booth set up at the track. So if anybody wants to come by and get any 603 apparel, we should be set up there. Come on by, say hi, and watch my amazing racing at the Lee USA Speedway.
Also, some good racing going on this weekend at Star Speedway. They're running Sunday with the American Canadian Tour.
The ACT series.
Yeah, I know. And the past tour will be there, and the modifieds will be there Sunday.
Nice.
So that'll be some good racing.
See, that's when we used to run.
I know
We
it's
used to
Mother's
run-
Day.
We used to run the
But
ACT rules. And
Bring your mother to the racetrack. That's what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
suggest.
we used to run the ACT rules, and then we used to. I'll be on the golf course. And we used to run the modified out on that same race,
Right.
and it used to be great. And then it just my dad got sick, and then we won't even want to go down that road. But anyway, so if anyone want to know where I came from, that's where we came from. Is pro stock. No, we didn't run ACT. We didn't run the ACT.
Yeah, Chris, that's
I think it was a pro. I
what
think it was
most
late
people
model.
are running for spring
forget it.
ratings, I would guess.
Yeah.
Just not me. But then
Oh
again,
yeah, I don't
but then
run that
again,
crap.
but then again,
Why would
I mean,
you?
I haven't won either. So.
But here's the thing: you put a 350 in the front and a 160 left rear, you're gonna be on 3 wheels. I'm gonna tell you that now because
No,
I've done that. I've done it at Londonderry.
I don't think.
I don't care about 3 wheels.
know.
I didn't even notice I was on 3 wheels. So I was told I was on 3 wheels because the flex.
It
will
also
flex.
depends on shock ratings too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
we fixed that.
I
issue.
think
it was
most-
I had a blown shock. That's why.
I think most people are running somewhere in them realm across the front
I'm on.
and across the rear. I feel my rear's a little stiffer than I'd like, but I don't have any other springs to change it. If it was up to me, I'd probably go a little softer.
I got some in the
I'd go
trailer.
with like a
Don't help.
140 and a 180.
You're
But
supposed to help me, not him.
I'm
I
not
can touch
changing the
the trailer.
car.
Screw him.
I'm not changing the car. It goes good, and
Yeah, see
we're
what it
just
does.
going to be happy to get back to the track.
See what it does, Sean. That's
And,
what I mean. I've never raced a mini cup on that track, but I've been on that track with the modified.
Yeah.
You go in these turns, and it's like, huh? It's like brick wall. It's just banked.
We're also in September is going to be fair season. We are going to be setting
Yeah.
up at the Deerfield Fair for both weekends, or for the weekend, and we are going to be setting up at the Granite State Fair for both weekends there. And as we are at the Granite State Fair, we will also be set up at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Come
So-
see me, folks.
So
Yeah.
if anybody wants to help us get these spots, get a hold of me, and we got to get these spots all reserved as soon as possible so we know we have them.
Sean Martin's gonna be signing autographs in New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
I don't know about signing autographs, but
One of our rigid cars will be set up as a simulator for kids to try getting in the car and doing
I'll be
about
lifting
5
lots
laps.
of kids. I'll be lifting lots of kids in and out of race cars. But
Yep.
that sounds of it.
Will
But
you be sitting there with the jack?
I'll be
Frickin'
looking forward
making
to
the car,
it.
making the car
Right?
go into the turns.
I think it'd be pretty cool seeing one of the mini cups made into a racing simulator.
Yeah, that was my idea, by the
So-
way. But anyway,
I
I was gonna do it for myself, but
well, you're gonna put the mini cup in the house.
no, I was gonna take the chat. No, I was gonna take the roll cage, take the just the
Yeah, the cage
cockpit
itself.
part, and then just put. Yeah, I was gonna do it,
Yeah,
and then
put it
I
in
was
the
like,
house.
screw that.
So we'll be setting it up. It'll be set up for kids to take 5 laps around the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It'll be there all week. Right in this dead center fan zone. Sean Martin and Jason Rompry will be running that place with about 7 other cars.
Well, two hotheads in the series.
And then we'll be that weekend. I will be at the Granite State Fair with at least 7 cars. We'll be right by where they have the demolition derby. Make sure you guys go to the demolition derby because we'll probably do what we did a couple years ago and throw T-shirts out into the crowd
Wait a second. We're throwing. Wait, demolition derby where?
at the Granite State Fair.
Oh, I'm definitely going to that.
So we'll
Not to see you though.
we'll be there mainly for the
Yeah.
bus demo, but we'll
Yeah.
be throwing T-shirts out into the crowd like we did a couple years ago. So if you guys want a free T-shirt and try and catch one out in the crowd, we'll be throwing at least 30 to 40 of them out. And then the Deerfield Fair will be set up. There will be set up at 2 different locations at Deerfield Fair this year. So we're gonna have 2 spots. So it's got a lot going on. We're gonna be doing a bunch of touch a truck events. Then Manchester Police National Night Out. We'll be setting up for the largest
Good thought.
car show in Manchester in September 1st, I believe it is.
We'd like to. Made me think to get on that into Laconia and get the car in
Yep.
that thing too. That's a good thought.
You know what I was thinking,
Doing
Pete,
that.
the other day? I think we should do it this next couple of weeks. Not next couple of weeks, I'm sorry. Next couple of races and see how it, the fanfare is. What we should do is we should, whoever wins the top 3, you should come out with T-shirts. Like 3 T-shirts, throw them in the crowd. Just to do it. Just to
At
do
every
it.
race? Yeah,
Just to do it.
yeah, we can do that.
Just to see, just to get
Get the fans going.
the fans
Yeah, all
going,
right.
get the
So,
name out there, get
what
no
we'll-
other series is doing it.
That's a good idea, Jake. So what we'll do, starting in Monadnock Speedway next weekend, at the end of our feature,
We'll have the
Hold
winner do
Yep.
it.
at the end of the
Or
feature,
the top 3.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
Except
we'll have
for
the
have
top-
you seen how far the stands are from
That's okay.
Monadnock Speedway?
Well, we'll
from the
try.
wall?
I hope y'all get an arm. So what we'll do is the
That's
top
true.
3, the top 3
Go in the crowd.
each
then.
will have a T-shirt, and they will
Yeah,
throw it out
awesome.
to the crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
top 3. The 3 T-shirts, they'll get thrown out.
Perfect. That's a good idea.
I think that'd be it just promotes the series a little bit
Yep.
more, and then
Absolutely.
it's free advertising,
And it's
and
fun.
it's
Yeah.
fun. I mean, if the grandstand's a little further away,
we'll get
Sean-
them to you one way or the other.
Yeah, we'll come up into
Right
the.
into the thing
yeah.
after. And
But I think it'd be fun, just to try it out and see
I'm
what
gonna
happens.
put rubber bands on them and tie them up.
Oh, you
real-
don't have the
real
gun?
tight. No, I
Who-
can
what
ask Ben
track?
for it.
Oh, Ben has it.
Ben has
we're
it.
also we'll be giving our trophies away as we come
Yeah.
to a kid in the stand. So maybe if I
the
do
second
top
and third
3,
place.
yeah, second and third. The first,
I got no
if I
place.
finally do win one, I probably want to keep that one.
Sean, I have nowhere to put trophies.
Neither
so-
do I.
I'll move my
Cassie
sweaters.
literally told me I'm not bringing any more home. That's why we're giving
I'll
them
take
away.
it.
Yeah, we'll move the sweatshirts and put them up there.
But also just
Did you
before
do
the
that? How did
podcast
that get
ends,
started, Sean?
me?
Yeah, you
I
started,
started
that
it at Riverside.
at Riverside. I remember that.
Yeah, just
It is what it is, Chris.
Just
If
'cause?
we are, we are. There's nothing we can do about that. Make sure we're not last.
yeah, that's
Chris.
just how it's gonna be. I mean, it is what it is. Not every track's gonna
Yeah.
have us last.
Right.
But,
I
Chris,
mean-
why don't you just come to the track on that day, please?
And
Up
throw
in Monadnock
shirts,
and
shoot
just help
shirts.
us. That'd be great. Honestly, you know what I'm talking about.
Trust me, you won't have to walk. I'll have my golf cart.
But
No, he needs to walk. He needs to burn off some calories.
before the podcast ends, I just want to give a shout out to sponsors that
Sure.
you know
Go
we're
right ahead.
coming on. We got JB's Diesels in Deerfield. Again, I mention him every time. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have a car. So big shout out to him. He's been a huge help.
Is that why you're driving a
Um,
diesel now?
Yeah. But we wouldn't
I
have
had to
we
put my
wouldn't have a
truck up
car, and him and his partner fabricate and just literally
Help you
bend
out.
over backwards for me.
Good.
When I
That's
need
good.
the help.
I mean, you're a
and
good guy. I mean,
yeah,
at
and
least
I
you're
try to
getting a
return
handout.
it. I mean, he
That's good.
doesn't get a lot of recognition for some of the stuff. He's not just helps me; he helps a lot of people in the town that he grew up in, and so
Where's you from?
he's from Raymond.
Okay.
So he does a lot of stuff, and then also Barbell Industries. They're out of Raymond too. They're a couple of 24-year-old kids that started a company. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
Nice.
cool.
I'm excited for them. they're busy.
Good.
It's awesome.
Good.
So, yeah, just them guys. We haven't done much in the last. Obviously, we didn't race last year, and Joey stuck beside us. Kept helping me and kept helping me and kept helping me. So he's my main sponsor, and he'll forever, whether he helps or not, have a spot on the car.
Good.
You know, the first guy I've ever had for sponsorship too.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, I
holds
had
a
a-
special place,
yeah.
right? I mean,
Right. I had a big sponsorship deal from a corporate company.
right.
Remember Sunrun? I was telling you about. Well,
Yeah.
the guy died.
Oh.
The guy passed
All
away.
my friends are passing away.
So I'm like, shit. And then I had a couple of friends from years ago come out, and they got businesses out in
Yeah,
California. And they helped me out. They bought my new fire suit,
yeah.
bought my new stuff.
People don't realize too. Like I was saying to, I think it was Liam, that sponsorship doesn't always mean cut me a check.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Right.
It to me, it never means that. I'd rather
Right.
you not cut me a check.
And just do some work. on
I'd
the
rather
car.
you I'd rather when I
When
need
I
you,
wreck,
be
I want you
there.
to be
right,
there.
When
Yeah.
when I need you,
Which
you're
is-
there. Which
for
that
sure.
means everything to
For
me.
sure.
Right.
You know. So it's not only that. Like I said, we used to have Subway as a sponsor, and they just gave us 5 subs on race night.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
That
That
works.
was the
It-
greatest. That honestly, for
That-
us fat
that
guys,
pay- yeah.
that was the greatest sponsorship
It
ever.
pay, I mean,
Well, it pays.
someone
It
wants to put
pays
$20 in my tank. I'll put you on the
Right.
side of my car. It doesn't
Right.
cost. It
It
honestly
pays-
does not. It's just
Right.
great.
5 subs
you
in
know?
a 17-week race. You know what I
That's a
mean?
lot of money.
Save me $100 a week in food.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's a lot of money,
$1,700 sponsorship.
Yeah.
So,
You
I
know,
mean,
when you
you
talk
don't
about
have
buying
to
food
give-
at there, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
not about money. It's about, you know, and it's hard because right now, obviously, the economy's tough,
Mm.
and you know, people just don't have money.
Right.
But their business might be able to help you. You know,
Well, the
Granite
funny
State
thing
Glass.
is I work for myself in the wintertime.
Right.
I do plowing, and I do all the Shell stations in the area.
Right.
So the guy that owns all these Shell stations that I help out, he's gonna go in the car eventually, so someone can make me a decal, or I can put Shell all over the place, but I'm
Right.
not going to. I'll put his business name down, but
Yeah.
to help him out, you know. But it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
my car's blank, and I don't
And
give a
it's-
damn. I like the car blank because you know what's gonna happen. This is why, like, I just took flat black one day and just went the whole car, and I said, you know what? If I wreck, I could just paint it over.
Yeah.
but one thing I realized
great.
this year more than
I don't
any year
care.
is going out after sponsorship is there's some people that know what these cars are now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
There wasn't just
Right.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
You
We're
said
getting
you raced the
recognized.
mini cup, and they were like, "What?
What the hell?
Oh, what's that?"
Yep.
But
We're getting
some of the
recognized.
people I
Yes.
talk to know what they are
Mhm.
and have asked, "How do you get into it?" And you know,
You get in from the top,
right? Yeah.
or how do you get into the sport,
the
or how do you
sport
get
itself?
into it?
But I mean,
I'm asked that all the time.
Right.
How do you get into it?
or I always
From
hear,
the top.
"Can't fit in that." I'm like, well, I was when
Yeah.
I started racing, I was probably 60 pounds heavier than I am right now, and I got in and out of that car just as easy then
Yep.
as I do now.
So I'd like to thank a couple of myself.
Yeah.
DeFrancisco Roofing, he's a major sponsor of the series. I want to thank you for, you know, doing what you do for us, and we're looking forward to, you know, working with you for the rest of the season and more seasons to come. OOCS, HVAC, Chris Ashley with Paintball, thank you for coming on board with us this year, and we are looking forward to meeting up with you guys to go out and have some paintball games.
For
Great
sure.
American Federation Company, Paul Sipe, the driver of the 24. Thank you for coming on this year, and you know, hope you have a great season, and looking forward to you know, working with you for the rest of the season as well. Planet Aid, thank you for coming on this year. You were on our cars a couple years ago. Welcome back, and you know, I work for you guys, so I can't say looking forward to working with you guys because I work for you.
I say
So-
you make my car planet.
But yeah, I want to thank all my sponsors, and I know my son's got a couple.
I'd also like to thank Top Gun Automotive out of here in Manchester for coming on along this year, especially keeping my truck up to par and making sure it's able to haul the trailer track to track. And I would also like to give a big shout out to Gary Donovan from Road Plates for sponsoring me a set of tires for the race car.
Nice.
Which
And-
we will order those this week.
We might as well
I'd like to-
all thank our significant others.
Yes.
We
for
always
allowing
forget
us,
that
and
for allowing
mother-in-laws-
us to
go.
Mother-in-laws for letting the trailer sit in the
Right.
driveway.
All the
for-
stuff that goes on
I mean,
outside of this, the time away from home,
Yep.
the time sitting at this podcast, you know, all of us have families,
right.
but you know, they allow us to do this, right?
I'd like to give a
Mhm.
big special to my wife for putting up the money for my dad's memorial race. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have a J. Raby Memorial this year. But she stepped up and put up the $1,000. I'd like to thank her for that.
Also, yeah,
Also,
for putting up with us here
There's
at
one.
8 o'clock on a Thursday night.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
I mean, I could thank a couple people. I like to thank, K1 for allowing me to pick out whatever I wanted, and thanks to Armory Studios out in Cali for paying for the suit. Peter Hackworth, I appreciate that, bud. Hopefully you can make it up here sometime this year. My wife, thank
Yeah.
her.
That means
Jesus. I mean, I'm just in the driveway,
Everybody.
but still.
Yeah.
no, right? You
You
know,
know,
it doesn't
I'm in the
matter.
trailer
it
in
takes
the
time.
driveway,
Like,
and it's
she
like,
doesn't always make it to the track, so that's
No,
a whole
she's not
day
gonna
away
be able
from her.
to now
Right.
because she's going in
Yeah.
for surgery, and she's gonna be laid up for a while. But
You know, our significant others probably take the biggest hit
Yeah.
on this. Like mine, I know you guys don't have young kids, but I mean, Cassie, once Londonderry closed, hasn't been to a race since.
she gets sad. She gets
Yeah,
depressed. Yeah,
she,
it was
she,
sad.
Like, yeah,
It
the
was
kids,
a sad,
it
but
was sad
I rather
the kids.
got to run around.
Yeah, it was,
I remember that those
was,
days.
That was
Because
just
you know what
fun, right?
happens
Yeah.
if someone drove
And it
in
was a
here.
family,
remember
right,
that?
and it was a family thing. Like for us, when
Yeah.
that's why we got back into racing, because we
Right.
got there and it was family. We could bring the kids,
Mhm.
you know. And not only did everyone watched out for each other. Like if there was a car coming and your kid, you know, I'm working on the car. You know, Jason or someone like you,
Right.
one of you guys, hey, the kid's running, and it's like, oh, dude, you guys, you know.
Or when your
But
dog,
no one got mad
or when
when
your
the
dog.
dog would attack the
No,
cars
actually-
on the
Tires.
guy.
I mean, I would drive, and all of a sudden your dog would be right there.
Yeah.
Right
So,
beside the car.
I mean,
so-
that's what it was for us. So Cassie's, you know, sad that she doesn't get that family. I mean, I don't think she's seen you since Londonderry's closed.
Yep.
You know, a lot of
She's-
you, like
well,
even
no,
you guys,
no.
your wedding.
the wedding.
Right,
So
but I
that's
mean,
my
outside of
wedding.
that, I mean, we haven't. So maybe it might be time to have some family time again.
Yeah.
Cookout
I
or
mean,
something.
Yeah. We
Even,
can always
you know,
have one here. and
Yeah,
let's
we
just
should
run around in the
definitely.
yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The baby shower. That when you plan that, Dad.
Yeah, baby shower. Yeah.
Dad, when you plan the baby shower.
Yeah, make
Baby
sure we
shower.
get an invite.
Yeah.
Wait a second. We're not taking a shower. What?
I'll send the invites
I
out.
don't get the baby showers.
Baby shower's not for men. It's for ladies only.
Yeah, nowadays they're.
Just like golf.
Bisexual.
Golf is gentlemen only. Ladies
I don't know if I
forbidden.
can. I don't know if I can say this, but you know, our baby shower is now bisexual.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
yeah,
Sean.
let's get away from that.
I'm still working on with Johnny Benevento about Route 106 Race Park, so we're
Yeah.
trying to get word on that. So
Well,
if I get that back,
I'm not
then
done.
That's an
we have
insurance
another
thing.
track.
I'm not
I wasn't done thanking people.
Well, you shouldn't have started.
I
with
know,
family.
I know, I'm
That-
sorry.
you know,
I got
family
carried away.
brings me.
I know, I
family.
got carried away. Anyway, Stapleton Autoworks on YouTube. Check them out. Like, subscribe their videos. They're not a sponsor, but I really want to promote him this year. I already got permission to, and he actually was basically he does historical. He goes back and goes like down to like different all these series, like small little like vintage series, and then he has a vintage car that he races. And another thing, he does all this YouTube stuff. He has shirts and stuff like that he sells. It helps the channel and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's pretty good at what he does. So Mitchell and Logan, thanks for providing all that great old NASCAR content, and keep it coming. And hopefully he can make it up because he wants to do one on us.
Awesome.
And yeah, that's about it. So
All right. Well, we are out of time for tonight, so we will see you all next week, next Thursday night at 7 p.m. It's the last podcast before Monadnock Speedway. Be sure to tune in, and if you don't, we'll see you all at Monadnock.
it's the last you're gonna see of me.
Have a good night.